Good morning. Good morning to everyone. How are y'all doing today? It is a beautiful, beautiful, bright Monday morning. And I honestly got to say, it's a little bit too bright for me. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But I do not like really, really bright, sunny days. You get hot, you get sticky, and the sun is in your face. You got to wear these black sunglasses and shades, and I like cloudy days. I'm sorry. But I got on here today this morning because normally I would be asleep because my husband works the evening shifts and so forth. So I most of the time am asleep during the day. And especially if it's really, really bright and hot and warm, I can't deal with that too much. But I just wanted to come on and just give a shout out to you, Miss Sheree McGinnis. I got your video in my notifications and I was like, yes, yes. Oh my goodness, Sheree made a video. So I was so happy to see you on YouTube today. It was such a bright, bright, refreshing video. And I put in the comment section, but I just couldn't wait. You know me. I can't wait. I gotta get it out now. I cannot believe how much we are a lot alike. I'm telling you, I'm sure that we are nothing but kindred spirits. And if I did live in Kentucky or came to visit Kentucky, there's no way I would ever set foot in Kentucky and not try to stop by and see you. I mean that seriously. But I was listening to the stories that you were telling about you and Oscar and the roof. And your attitude towards certain things, about traveling and about the boat and about being away from home for a certain amount of time. And, just, I mean, everything that you said, even in the videos that you have made in the past, through, the past years, it's like I am listening to a copy of myself, and it's like, my goodness, we are very much alike. Very, very, very much alike. And some of the things that you were saying about Oscar and trying to fix that thing on the roof, that, oh my God, that's scary. That's to say, I would say, why don't we just call someone before you fall and hurt yourself? I could do it. I could do it. Oh, I laughed so hard. And I couldn't help it. And I feel the same way that you do about traveling. I'm good if I can go for a day and then come back. But if I stay overnight, especially if it's more than one night, I have anxiety. I have worry because I don't want to come home and find that my house has been robbed or my house is burned down. You know, I've seen that happen to people. I mean, good God fearing, loving people. And it's like, hey, it is what it is. Things happen for a reason, um, for a purpose. And it just gives you that anxiety. And I always have to pray my way through it. Lord, you've protected my home before, and you're going to continue to protect it, you know. But just being a human being, those are things that we go through, especially as women, and we get older, and there's certain things that you have that can't be replaced. And, and that concern, that anxiety of being away from home too long concerns me. Especially if you don't have a ring or something like that, and you're concerned about your vehicle, especially if you live in a condo. And the way things are today, and people are just so crazy. Even living in a nice single family home, and you can have it picket fenced and everything, and you just don't know. Um, so I feel the same way. And also about the cats and your dogs, Bella and Gizmo. You got to tell me what the cat's name is. I forgot that you had Bella because I don't see her. I always see Gizmo. Um, so yeah, you got to let me know what is your cat's name because I too, I love animals, period. Um, so I get concerned too. Like I don't like to leave my cats, away too long because they were both on medication. Andy passed, but they were both on medication, and you had to give them their medication twice a day. So it's heart medication and thyroid medication, and you just don't feel comfortable being away from them that long, and you don't feel comfortable taking them to hotels because you don't know what other animals were there, or what, if there's any ticks, or if there's anything, that they could catch, and you just have that motherly concern, and you just don't want anything to happen to them. So now we just have Gappy, and and she has to have her thyroid medication twice every 12 hours. So it's like, I need to make sure that I'm always there for her. And she's a plus size girl, so I have to make sure that I'm always here for her in case she needs help cleaning herself or what have you. Isn't this a beautiful view? Good grief. I'm not going to lie, it is a beautiful, beautiful view considering the storms that we've had. But I'm glad that you made it through the wind. We had that wind too, and it was rough. It was beautiful, but it was rough, because you never know what damage could be done. And there was damage done to some people in some other places. And I just had to thank God that, once again, we were protected. Um, yeah, so I'm just enjoying this view sitting out here on the deck. Um, and you know what? This was so funny, Miss Sheree, when you said the thing about the boat. And Gary and I have been trying to buy a boat for a long time, and nothing expensive, a small little boat that we can sit down and dock it, and so that we since we love the water so much and we go to the water so much, it just would make sense for us to just have our own little boat. But then, just like you said, the responsibility that comes with much is given, much is required type thing. So it's like, I want the luxury of having my own boat, but I do not want to deal with the responsibility of it, and that is a thing that is a big thing with me and Gary. We always want this and we want that, and we always have to stop and think, okay, you want this, and it ain't that God is saying you can't have it, you can have it, but do you have the vitality? Do you have the mindset? Do you have the strength to take care of the upkeep of it? And we always have to end up not getting something, and that frustrates the heck out of me. It's everything that you said and then some. I hate that. It's, if you want nice things, you've got to be prepared to take care of those nice things. That was one of the reasons why I did not want a certain type of house. Because I told Gary, yeah, I want a house on the hill. I want my house on the hill, and I want to be a house that's overlooking the ocean. Yes, I want all of these things, but you're not, I can't see you cutting grass. I can't see you tending to the garden. I see me taking care of everything, and then as we got older, with his arthritis, my arthritis, and he has degenerative disc in his spine, and I saw it on the x-ray. So I'm telling you, arthritis has really done a number on his spine. So there's certain things that he cannot do. There's certain things that I cannot do. And it does sadden me that there are so many things that I want to have and can have, but just can't have, simply because of our age and arthritis and different things that we have to go through, so it is frustrating, it really and truly is. And so it's like, we talked about having a little camper and same thing, Miss Sheree, same thing. You can have that camper, but are you prepared to take care of it? Are you prepared to deal with the responsibility of taking care of it? So we decided, Gappy is 84 years old in human years, and we've had her for 17 years, ever since she about birth, so God forbid, but when her time comes, and if she does leave before us, that would be the time when Gary and I will redo our unit. We want to get rid of the carpet just like you do, because I hate dusting. I hate it. I have never lived in a house, whether it was a single family house, Miss Sheree, townhouse, apartment. I've never had to deal with so much dust until I had my 2 cats and until we moved here. And this was a high pollen area, and we didn't even know that at the time. And so it's like I'm tired of dusting, and especially if you have cats, I'm always vacuuming, and I'm always having to dust the ceiling fans and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just getting too old for all this kind of stuff, because it's so rapid. It's just so constant, And so it's like I don't, I just want to get rid of the carpet. We want to get hardwood floors, and we don't even know if we're allowed to. I'm on the board. I'm the vice president of our HOA. Good God Almighty, Lord help me, right? And I don't even know if we can have hardwood floors on the third floor. I don't think that we can, but I would love to just have hardwood floors and just have area rugs. Just trying to find ways to minimize the amount of stress and the amount of responsibility. And Miss Sheree, I don't know if you ever felt like this, but sometimes I just feel like it makes me feel trifling. It makes me feel lazy. Like, oh my God, you that lazy? And it's like, no, I'm not lazy. There's so much I want to do, and I got the OCD, and I want that everything nice and perfected and nice and neat and orderly. And I have to constantly remind myself the Word of God, you know, about storing up treasures. And remember now, things are too old, things are too fragile, things are man-made, nothing is perfect, and you can't find perfection in an imperfect world, not with your things and not with yourself. And you're going to have to learn to say good enough. This is good enough, and you can have the most prominent people come and build you a house from the ground up, and still somebody's going to make a mistake and something's going to be wrong. And so you just have to make do with what you have and make the best of what you have. And I, realize that, my arthritis does not allow me to do the things that I want to do, especially with keeping up with the house and, and just various things of that nature. And so I just have to, accept things for what they are and just do the best that I can. But, and like you were saying about you worry, yeah, I can be a worrier. I can be a worrier. But you know what, Miss Cherie, it just keeps me leaning further on God, because I've got to cast my cares on Him. I've got to cast my anxieties on Him. Take my little anxiety medication, just chill out, calm down, take a deep breath, and that kind of thing. So, it's all good. It really is. It's all good. But that's just part of us being women, part of us being who we are at our ages and different things of that nature. I need to live somewhere where it's just constantly cold weather all the time. I can be my own furnace. I don't need heat. I really and truly don't. Oh my goodness. So, it is what it is. But I love your videos. And I love when I see how much we're similar. And it's like, I know we would just connect so, oh my God, it would be just fluidity. And I just get so tickled pink when I see that we have some of the same stickers and the same things. I love it. I'm like, hey, I got that. I love it. I absolutely love it. And we have a lot of some of the same things. It's incredible. I absolutely love it. So if I got it, I want you to have it. So anyway, Miss Cherie, thank you so much for popping on. It was such a delight and a surprise. And I mean, you haven't even been on but for a few hours, and already you will have like over 200 and some views. So my sweet sister, you are loved and appreciated. I know I am not the only one that gets happy dappy when we see that, when they see that, you put another video out. So it's just awesome. It's just awesome. And I love them dogs. Oh my gosh. The look on your face when they show off is funny. Oh my gosh, I'm just cracking up. So thank you so much, Sheree, for the shout out. Thank you for putting up the video and sharing all of your goodies. And I will definitely look into the open Bible stickers. So I know I can find it somewhere, and I'll probably get that too. But yeah, so I could go on for a while, Miss Sheree. I'm not going to lie, but I just wanted to let you know that I was so delighted to see your video. Thank you for giving me the shout out for my little channel, and I appreciate it. And yes, if I get anything that I even think that you might like, I am definitely going to tell you. Oh, but before I go, The Bible cover, the Dickinson Bible cover, you and I have the same one. Yours is exactly like mine, except yours is beige and mine was black. That I took a knife and I cut the flap, that front flap off because it was getting in the way. And I would take it to church and I would try to flip it back over, and it was so uncomfortable. And even sitting at the dining room table, it got in the way. So I said, you know what? This Bible is cover is so perfect. It's got so many pockets. I don't even need this flap. So I took a knife and I just slid it off. So yes, we do have the same Bible cover, and I'm very happy about that. We got the same ink pens, the same stickers. Those girl stickers that you put on your Barbie Bible, I got those girls too. That's Hobby Lobby. So yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I always was that type of person where, remember how when we were younger, if you had something, it was an insult for someone else to have it. You didn't want nobody else to know. And somebody say, "Hey girl, where'd you get those shoes?" "Oh, I had it. It's just something I had." I was never like that. I'm telling you, Miss Sheree is like, "Oh, I got this over at this mall, at this store for this price," and I just was never like that. And it would kill me when I would see people, like other girls and teenage girls and even some adult women say the same thing, you know. But yes, we are very similar, especially the adoption situation. My adoption story is sad, but it is what it is. And I'm glad to say that God answered my prayers, and I was able to meet my mother and my two sisters. I was able to have some type of relationship with my aunt and my nephew, but it did not last long because I was not the one that was wanted. I was different. The reason that I am such a bad memory is because my mother, she was raped while her husband was serving in Vietnam. And it's a very, very sad story, and who would think that you would get raped and get pregnant? You just wouldn't expect that to happen. It's like the rape alone is enough, right? And then to be pregnant from the rape, you know and so it's been a rough life. It's been a very rough, difficult life. Um and my husband Gary, his is actually my cousin by adoption, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't even know that, but I don't acknowledge being adopted. Like I said, it was really bad, Miss Cherie. It was really bad. um so I got rid of that name that I had as and I my real last name is McQueen, and that was my mother's my biological mother's last name. And so I took that on. So that's who I am legally. But now that I've been married now to Gary, I'm a Williams. And Gary and I have been married now for going on 23 years. It'll be 23 years in October. And I was married previously. And so it's been some things, it's been some things. So I know it's, God, I love this weather right now. I just wish it wasn't so sunny, too bright. But I just love sitting out here at this deck and just looking, watching the cars go by, and it's just really nice and peaceful. So anyway, um, if I flip the video around, the sun will be in my face. It'll be such a glare. You guys wouldn't even see my face that good. So I just go ahead and flip it forward. Um, and this is a much better view anyway, because I hold the camera a little bit too close to my face. That makes my face look all distorted, and it's and you got to stick your arm out like way out far, um, and then your arm gets tired unless you use the tripod or something like that. So, it's not that big a deal. Um, so I just rather just be comfortable. But anyway, I'm going to hop off because we are at 19 minutes and I don't want to lose anyone's attention. But Miss Cherie, this video was mostly dedicated to you. And I just want to thank you for being who you are and being such a light. And I am grateful. I am really, really grateful. And I will see you, Miss Sheree, in the next video. And I appreciate the Bible studies and just sharing, all of your stuff. I mean, I really do. I appreciate it. So anyway, I'll see you, Miss Sheree. I'll see you, everybody. Have a good one.